Welcome to my channel. This is Jay, the American Expat, and I am making this sort of a different video than what I normally do, just to talk about the virus outbreak in Wuhan. So, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I'm out here for Chinese New Year. Another reason that we came out here was to get away from the city. I'm fortunate that we have a car so that we could avoid train stations and anywhere where they have large numbers of people. I'm not sure exactly what's in the news in the West. I mean, I've seen little bits and pieces here and there from CNN. Pardon my driving here. I'm out in the middle of the countryside. I probably shouldn't have driven out on this road, but anyway, we brought my son out here. My wife has relatives that live out away from the city because it's probably better. We have a friend. Their daughter just recently came down with a sickness. It sounds very much like the Wuhan virus. She got a really bad fever suddenly and coughing, that sort of thing. I'll give you some updates if I come across them. Anyway, we left the city where we've been staying, and we're out here. There have been some lockdowns, obviously, in Wuhan. The entire city is locked down, including a lot of the surrounding areas. They started that off by offering people refunds on their tickets, like train tickets and that sort of thing, to Wuhan. And then they just basically locked everything down, so you can't even travel through there. The bullet train, it still, of course, it has to pass through because it takes that's the line between different cities to major hub. And the train doesn't even stop, it just flies through the city now. Oh, look at all this muck. So much for washing the car. Anyway, that started off with them just saying that you could get a refund if you didn't want to travel through there. And they just did that for the entire country, which sounds to me as though maybe they're planning on doing the same thing across the country to try and keep the virus from spreading. I guess we'll see what happens with it. I know there's cases of it all over the place popping up. The news, I think, is generally pretty quiet about what's happening. The Chinese news, but the internet is just alive with this stuff. I mean, everybody's talking about it. And even if they're not posting things online because they want to avoid, spreading rumors, as they say, at home, everywhere I go, everybody is talking about it. That seems to be about all they're talking about. Usually for New Year, everything is really, really busy out here. And this year, there's still some activity in the town center, but really it's very, very quiet compared to normal, which is really strange to me. I'm used to all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, this is Chinese New Year's Eve, essentially. It's the 25th. The night of the 25th. There are still, I mean, of course there's fireworks going off everywhere, but normally if you go into the town center, it's just filled with crowds of people, everybody home. But now everybody's kind of staying home. Sorry, I've got to get myself turned around here. Everybody's staying home. They're avoiding crowds. It's really interesting. I don't know. Like I say, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to go back to the city to, for work. I mean, but we'll see what happens. I'm definitely not going to bring my family out there, not until this thing is taken care of. We actually have a relative that was in Wuhan studying at university. He's back. I'm waiting to hear. He's not sick, so that's a good thing. He got out before they locked the city down, but he does have friends and things in the city, so I guess we'll be able to get some updates. It all sounds very scary right now, the things that are going on in Wuhan. And like I said, that's a major travel hub. I mean, if you're taking a train, a lot of times you have to connect there. It's just too bad that they didn't get it locked down before. Now it's spread everywhere. They've got cases in Beijing. We're kind of shocked to hear about cases out here in Anhui province. But, you know, a lot of people go to Wuhan for work. It's a very big city, especially well known here in China. I don't know how well known it is outside of China because, well, I never heard of it before living here. I mean, now obviously I know all about it, but yeah, it's a major place for work. It's a major travel hub. So I'm afraid a lot of people have been exposed to whatever this virus is. It'll be interesting to see where exactly it came from. So far, they've been talking about it coming from a seafood market. And I almost feel like, I mean, I'm obviously not a scientist or anything, so I have no idea, but it just seems like a convenient scapegoat somehow. They don't really know if it came from that. Everybody's talking about people eating bats and stuff, and yeah, people in China, they eat a lot of things that in the West we think is really strange, but that doesn't mean that that's where the virus came from. I don't think you get a virus, even so, it would have to be from live animals, I would think. But it just seems like a convenient scapegoat to me. I just really don't see it being, you know, I could just see some people sitting around and saying, well, we need to say it came from somewhere. Hey, what about that seafood market? That place is a real mess. It's disgusting. I bet it came from there. Let's say it came from there, you know. Everybody will know because it's so disgusting and dirty. I just see that being the case. I don't know that it came from the seafood market. My guess is they don't have any idea where it came from. Especially when they had some cases of people that hadn't been to the seafood market. They had no connection with it. So, I don't know. I think that was just a convenient... these roads. If my wife... Oh, no, she'll see this video and she'll kill me. Because I'm taking the car through all this mud and stuff. Oh well. If I... yeah, anyway. I don't know. I guess we'll see. More details will be coming out. I can post more videos and as I get more details from relatives and things about what's actually happening here on the ground. Everybody is talking about wearing masks and that sort of thing. It really does seem kind of scary. I'm starting to think that we're going to be stuck here in China for the next little bit until it calms down. And like I said, I'm keeping my family out away from any population areas. So anyway, we'll let you know more as more details come out here on the ground in mainland China with the Wuhan virus outbreak. See you next time.